Okay, good morning everyone. We are now live online. We are here to open the bids for two procurement of goods and three infrastructure projects. So before we proceed further, may I request everyone to stand up. As the back chair of the Applied Second District Engineering Office, I now call this bidding in order. Please be seated. We will be opening the bid for two procurement of goods under PR number 2604-008 and under PR number 26-05-0115. So we will begin first the opening of bids for PR number 26-04-008 with a contract name, purchase of personal protective equipment to be used by maintenance crews and staff for repair maintenance activities along national roads within second district of Albay with an ABC amount of 1,297,900 and contract duration of 30 calendar days. And before we open the submitted bids, may I request our secretary to have the roll call so that we can determine if we have a quorum.
Mario Gonzalez, Chair.
Okay, present.
Mayor Christina T. Advintola, Vice Chairperson. Paul Anthony Casabella, back member. Richard A. Venezus, back member. Arlene G. Ariola, TWG member. Present. Rodolfo Mapango Jr., back member. Christina Manili, back member. And Agnes D. Ago, back member. Present.
So as a code, we have a quorum with the presence of the back chair, the vice chairperson, and five of the back members. We can now proceed with the opening of the envelopes of the first bidder. The first bid is from Lionel Builders and Supply.
For Lionel Builders and Supply for ER number 2604. We have DTI certificate valid until July 16, 2030. Mayor's permit from the City of Legazpi valid until December 31, 2026. Tax within certificate valid until May 11, 2027. Certificate of Philips Platinum membership valid until November 1, 2026. Certificate of registration from the DEO batch. We have also the filing of income tax return. And the annual income tax return. They are form number 780.
Pass.
Pass. Okay. Next supplier to be opened is the bid of New Legazpi, Township. New Legazpi Frontliner Enterprises.
So you because of online services, we have
Hindi naman. Dito.
wala po tayo for governance. Kapag normal na. Ikaw po yung nalagay. Dapat po 26 yung first. So, yan po tayo.
So, submitted by New Legazpi Frontliner Enterprises. The PR submitted does not match with PR number. So, non-compliant po si New Legazpi Frontliner. We will proceed with the next supplier in the name of A. Costa Enterprises.
Okay, for e-cost enterprises. We have marriage permit from the city of Legazpi valid until December 31, 2026. We have the platinum membership valid until June 2, 2027. Then we have the DEO certificate valid until March 5, 2031. Certificate registration from the batch. We also have that tax clearance certificate valid until May 6, 2027. We have the filing of the annual tax return. As always, the audio storage statement will be for sure.
Fast.
It will be the amount.
Okay, for the bid amount of the first bidder, you had
For regional builders, bid amount is 1,295,605 pesos. 1,295,605.0. For 8 months enterprises,
for the Costa.
bid amount is 1,283,335 pesos only. 1,283,335.
So, the lowest bidder for this particular procurement of goods under ER 2626-04-008 is A Costa Enterprises with a bid amount of 1,283,335 pesos only. Okay, we can now proceed with the opening of bids for the procurement of goods under PR number 26-05-015, purchase of construction materials for the use in maintenance, repair, and rehabilitation infrastructure facilities and other related activities within maintenance of national roads and bridges and repair and maintenance of road safety facilities within the second district of Albay with an ABC amount of 1,999,663.50 pesos and project duration of 20 calendar days with an open the bid of inert bidders and supply.
For lineal builders and supply, we have DEO certificate valid until July 16, 2013. Mayor's permit from the City of Legazpi valid December 31, 2026. Tax clearance certificate valid until May 11, 2027. City registration from the are attached. Platinum membership valid until November 1, 2026. That's also its name. Or out. Also, as stated RFQ item number 9, leaders shall submit a job short product required. And then, please indicate a brand name of each item being offered under item number.
Okay, as per the terms and conditions, the bidder is not compliant under number 9 and number 10. So therefore, the supplier email is not complying. Next bidder, we have Builder Spot Enterprises.
We have tax clearance certificate valid until September 12, 2026. Mayor's permit from the municipality of Naraga valid until December 31, 2026. Have the Builders Cabinet membership valid until April 8, 2027.
Okay.
Certificate of incorporation equivalent to the certificate and secure registration from there attached. Annual income tax return attached. We also have the isa na po yung push review. May push review po, pero wala akong
Okay. Under so as scrutinize the documents of Builders Depot Enterprises is not compliant under item 10, 9 and 10 of the terms and conditions of the request for petition. So therefore, the said contractor is not compliant. Okay, next bidder and supplier, we have A Costa Enterprises.
Mayor's permit from the City of Legazpi valid until December 31, 2026. Platinum membership valid until June 2, 2027. DTI certificate valid until March 5, 2031. Senior registration from the DEO Albay. Tax clearance valid until May 6, 2026. Finding of the configuring carrying for the annual income tax return attached.
So, as is scrutinized, the documents of ACOS enterprises is not also compliant under the terms of conditions for the request for quotation. They are not compliant under number 8, 9 of the terms and conditions. So, also non-complying. So, therefore, we proceed to the next supplier. We have Meg Construction and Supply.
For men, we have Mayor's permit from the City of Legazpi valid until December 31, 2026. We also have the DPWH certificate valid until April 17, 2031. Civil registration from the branch last year as valid until 2027, 2026. Officer statements cited in the lines. Targeting of the annual consumer branch. For sure, batch, order is going to be word, and then the brand name for the art.
Okay, the documents of Meg Construction and Supply as scrutinized is complying.
Pass.
So we have a known supplier who is complying, and therefore we need the bid amount of Meg Construction.
Bid amount is 1,992,950 pesos. 1,992,950.
580.
1,992,950.
Okay, that concludes the opening of bids for our two procurement of goods. We will now proceed to the opening of bids for our infrastructure projects under contract ID 26 FB005. Can you please flash the name of the projects under 26 FB005 with contract name? Organizational outcome 1, issues safe and reliable national road system, asset preservation program, construction, upgrading, rehabilitation of delays along national roads, secondary roads at Legazpi City, City-Punta and the road kilometer 573, kilometer 100, and kilometer 573 plus 847 with an ABC amount of 14,330,339.66 pesos and contract duration of 192 calendar days. Before we open the individual bids, we will first open the result of the eligibility processing for these particular projects. So we have 3 bidders who participated in this bidding and this project. The result for next gen passed, and for first OMD construction paid, and so we will not open the bid of the first OMD Construction and Development Corporation. And number 3 bidder, we have Kaila Construction and Supply Pass. So we have 2 bidders who pass the eligibility processing. So we will now open the bid of the first bidder, next gen construction. I will be opening first the technical envelope.
Here, first bidder for 26 FB005 is next generation construction. attaches the classy documents. Attaches the classy documents for next generation construction. For next gen, attaches the classy documents of next gen. Legal starting membership, short affidavit certificate of beneficial ownership, signed and notarized. Latest Securities and Exchange Commission, PCOP license, statement of ongoing projects, statement of completed projects inverted or to be implemented, NFCC amounting to 4,038,000,000 in 4,038,855,671 pesos and 15 also attaches the Bureau of Internal Revenue File Records Number and annual income tax return. Also, there is a private public report for the last 3 months. We have a bid securing regulations signed and notarized. Organizational chart signed. Statement of availability of key personnel to be assigned to the contract signed. These qualification of the key personnel proposed to be assigned to the contract. We contract as key personnel with their experiences. Attach also certificates. We have also the accreditation for the project engineer under DEO number 20, series of 2024. Keeper's affidavit of commitment to work on the contract. With attached items. Other documents required. Statement of availability of equipment to approach the contract. Signed. Lease of equipment owned or leased and or annual purchase agreement pledged to the proposed project. Lease of the minimum Legazpi equipment pledged in the contract. Signed. With the sales invoice and other documents as proof for the lease of the Legazpi equipment. Short statement of availability of the minimum Legazpi equipment pledged in the contract. Signed and notarized. Omnibus short statement signed and notarized. For legal satisfaction. Secretary certificate for formulation. Since it is roads under number 5,
Merong
second diagram. So wala pa ako ng second diagram. So, pwede mag-double check. Check.
Okay, so we have to double check the documents since we cannot find a straight plan diagram as a requirement. So, the technical document of next gen is not compliant with the lapping straight line diagram as required under road projects. So, non-compliant. We now proceed to the next contractor, the last contractor, Kaila Construction and Supply.
For Kaila Construction and Supply, bid securing regulations signed with notarized. Others also is the classic documents for pages 1 and membership by and by August 12, 2026. Statement of single largest completed government and private construction projects which are single rehabilitation. Signed. Organizational chart. Signed. These of key personnel. Yes, and the contract. Signed. With their qualification. Also touches the IDs and other documents as proof of their eligibility. With a touch other autonomy for project engineer. Also touches the number 126 for rehabilitation as project engineer. Between from a gas engineer at the transfer. For foreman, other. Yeah. These subcontractors major construction in laboratory equipment with serious happening contracts supported with education. Also, this is employees. These contract agreement for backhoe in laboratory equipment resources. These subcontractors minimum material testing equipment is serious happening contracts supported certification. Certification of the new equipment equipment with certification resourceable parts industry for the minimum requirements for the laboratory. Sales invoice from Session Marketing. Omnibus rent statements and notarized. NFCC amounting to 1,013,106,252 pesos and 39 centavos. Yes, since
Checklist.
nasa ITB po yung requirement natin for state
So, likewise, our last bidder has a lacking document the required straight line diagram as specified in other requirements. So therefore, we have to still verify, someone please verify, but to finally decide on the non-compliant status of the last bidders. This check in really there's no tax road straight line diagram.
Second.
So, as verified by Engineer Agnes Padua, the set diagram of our bidder Kaida construction and supply is also lacking. So therefore, non-complying. So since we don't have a complying bidder for contract ID 26 we have a paid bidder on this particular project. So now we proceed to the opening of bids for contract ID number 26 FE006. Organization outcome 1, ensure safe and reliable national road system, asset preservation program, construction, upgrading, rehabilitation of lanes along national roads, secondary roads, Legazpi City, Punta Jesus, within kilometer 577 plus 500, 2 kilometers 0578 plus 510, and kilometer 578 plus 552.10 to kilometer 578 plus 650 with an APC of 21,832,820 and 39 over 100 pesos and contract duration of 236 calendar days. So far, we have three bidders so draft bids for this particular project. We will proceed to the eligibility processing if they are indeed compliant and pass the process. So under the result, we have next gen passed. First OMB Construction and Development Corporation paid under work experience and Kaila Construction and Supply pass. So we have two contractors to pass the eligibility processing. We will now open the bid of next gen.
So we have our first year for 26 FP006. Next year, villagers by the year March 21, 2027. Short statement of affidavit of eligibility and beneficial officer, standard guidelines. James Sarkis, the president, the statement of Novi, signature project, NFCC. NFCC amounting to 4,038,855,671 pesos and 15 centavos. Once again, declaration signed by the service card. Is of personal data. Is of contractor's equipment, home user statements, signed by the construction. Secretary certificate for corporation. Since rules, we also require the second that.
So the documents of next gen is also lacking of the required road safe line diagram. So check and verify.
Nasa checklist ko yun, number 5 siya, number 5, Mr. Venn diagram.
Classification.
Hindi na wala sa
Tapos yan, sir.
Sa discussion.
wala.
Okay.
Wala niya, di ba? Okay, as verified by Engineer Roberto Magtangog, the report state line diagram is really attached in the technical document of next gen, therefore we declared it as non-compliant. We proceed to the next leader, Kaila Construction and Supply.
So for Canada Construction and Supply, securing declaration of signed guidelines, users, planning and membership, valid and office stock, maintenance, use of the company projects, organization chart, key personal and configuration data, use of the equipment to replace with the contract, use of the minimum that the contract, omnibus source statements and notarized with attached sales invoice, NFCC amounting to 1,30,106,252 pesos and 39 centavos, which verification attached. We also have the other exposure of the relationship. For any members of the DPWH that is lower quality, and the second. Since it's also a project, wala po namin
So therefore, Kaila Construction has also a lacking document, the road straight line diagram. We would like to emphasize that the road line straight diagram is required under the ITB under checklist number 5. So before we finally conclude this contractual non-compliant, we will ask Engineer Polo Sotia to verify the presence of the said document.
So upon checking the technical documents of Kaila Construction and Supply, it is verified that there is no attached curtain diagram from the technical document.
So we now conclude that the technical document of Kaila Construction Supply is non-compliant. So therefore, since the three bidders are all non-eligible and non-complying, we declare fair bidding under contract ID 36 NB 006. We now proceed to the opening of bids for the next project with the contract ID 36 NB 007. Organizational outcome one, ensure safe and reliable national road system, asset preservation program, construction of building, rehabilitation of units along national roads, secondary roads, along Legazpi City to Punta ASS Road within kilometer 572 plus 455 and kilometer 573 plus 275 with an ABC of 11,813,306.06 pesos and a project duration of 174 calendar days. Uh, we look into the result of the eligibility processing. We have three leaders who participated with this particular project. We have the Athena Construction, Next Gen Construction, and Two Open Construction Supply. The result shows that Athena Construction and Development passed the eligibility. Next Gen also passed, and Jopen failed under the work experience. So therefore, we have two eligible contractor. We will now open the bid of Next Gen.
For next gen, we have just by March 21, 2027, treatment, agency efforts for base registration, license, state and local projects, SMCC, maximum MCC, around 4 billion, 38 billion, 305,671. Securing regulations and database, releasing short chart, considering personnel, supervision equipment, operation statements, and database, public instruction, certified certificate for sharing, equipment of various facility, state ID.
Okay, likewise, the document of Next Gen is also lacking of the state line diagram. So we detail is not complying, but we ask Monkey to verify the presence of the same document. Risky.
Pwede po mo kung tayo after yung schedule.
For verification, there is no statement.
Second. So as verified by Mr. Nicola, there is no really statement diagram attached to the technical document of incident before we declare it as non-compliant. So we proceed to the opening of technical envelope of Atena construction.
For the construction, we have for 26-007, it's hearing declaration, signed and notarized. Certification for the project. DPWH Albay. Organizational chart, attached. Contractor certification for person for the contract. Attached. Use of the pledge equipment. Regulation contract. Attached. Use of the winning execution contract signed. Statement diagram attached. Within for the habilitation of the project engineer. The work of planning also attached. First, the affidavit commitment to work on the contract. First, the affidavit commitment to work on the contract for the person. We also have the minimum testing equipment for the contract with LTO certificate for the equipment, with absolucy and other documents. Sales invoice from Session Market Incorporated. Equipment of lease, statement of availability of the equipment. Omnibus term statement, signed and authorized. Short affidavit and eligibility and beneficial ownership.
Okay, as scrutinized, the technical document of Atena Construction and Development is compliant. So now we open the financial envelope of Atena Construction and Development.
So we have for IT construction, bid form, signed, sum of the bid prices, signed, bid of quantities, signed, bid of estimate, signed. Cash flow by quarter, signed.
But
$11,628,751 pesos and 70 centavos. 11,628,751.
Okay, that is below the ABC. So it will still undergo our speed evaluation. So that includes our bid opening for the three infrastructure projects and the two procurement of goods. So before we adjourn this meeting, may I request the back members to please stay put to decide on what the dates or to schedule the meeting of the two projects that we. So please rise for the adjournment of this meeting. As your back chairman for today's meeting, I now call this meeting of June 2, 2026 adjourned. Good day and God bless us all. Thank you, sir.